Okay, guys, we'll start with questions. We'll start right here with Michael. Why are you keeping your hand up? It's going to take a while.
So what's it been like for you this year, stepping into this leadership role? What's that job been like, being on that leadership group?
For me, I've just been more outspoken, and I'm really just focusing on just touching all of the guys in a positive way and just having a positive effect on all of my teammates.
How do you think you've grown as a leader?
Use the mic, please.
Oh, sorry. How do you think you've grown as a leader over your time at Alabama?
For me, the biggest difference this year is just being more outspoken. I feel like for me, I've always done the right things on and off the field. I've been consistent with like who I am as a person, but just being more outspoken and just reaching out to different guys is not just in my group. I feel like that's been the biggest thing. I've kind of always had the impact on my group, but now I'm just trying to touch other guys in different positions and on the other side of the ball.
Is that something, DJ, that like you make a conscious decision to do, or does it just that happen naturally as you get older?
I think it just happened naturally. For me, I've been in a room where I've had, different leaders. For example, like my freshman year, Raekwon was kind of the guy, and then for the past couple of years, Phil Mathis has been the guy, and I've just kind of just tried to take different things from them and just learn from them, and they kind of helped groom me into being a more outspoken leader.
You obviously announced your decision to come back for your senior year. Just what went into that, and how excited are you for year 4?
I mean, for me, it was an easy decision. I didn't feel right leaving off like a loss, and then I knew I could create more value for myself as a player, and it was a lot of unfinished business that I feel like had to be taken care of for me personally and as a teammate.
DJ right here. There'll be, a lot of seniors on the defensive line. How much does that kind of help with being a leadership, having those guys that are also experienced around you? Does that make it any easier to like step into a leadership role with that much experience returning?
Yeah, it's gonna be it make it much easier because chemistry is a huge thing that goes into football, especially playing with a bunch of guys, lining up together. So communication is a big thing. We all kind of know how we play. We all kind of know like our forms of communication, so it makes it easier to talk. And like some guys you may not have to say as much to. Some guys you do have to say as much, like a lot to. So it's just like a smoother process just being on the field.
When you go back and look at that 2021 film, what do you see defensively? What needs to be fixed the most when you are going through that self-scout?
For me or for
you and the team?
One, communication, and for the team, I feel like that was our two biggest problems: communication and missed tackles. That's where a lot of our busted plays come from, and big plays and a lot of yards that we gave up was just from missed tackles and miscommunication.
With Phil moving on, obviously you're talking about stepping into a leadership role. Did you kind of learn a little bit from him from that aspect and being vocal and being a guy that people look to for advice and everything?
Definitely. Phil's a guy he's just outgoing. He's been that way since I've been here, and his energy kind of lights a fire in everybody who's around him. So I just want to have that same effect on all of my teammates, and I saw how he done it, and I want to continue to do the same thing now that he's gone.
Anything else? Charlie?
Talking about coming back, you have guys like Henry and Jordan, several others on defense choosing to come back too. Is that exciting to see such a veteran group be on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't come in with Henry, but I came in with Jordan, and over these 4 years we've built a relationship, and it's good to look back in the back end and see a guy who's been here with you, grinded with you, and knows the defense how you know it. So it'll just work better for everybody to have those guys, the veteran guys, back.
Okay. Thanks, DJ.
No problem.